Uh, the human being, it's a being of activity, engagement, responsibility, and obligation. Activity, responsibility, engagement, and obligations. The human being, it's a working being. Without work, there is no human, and there will be no life in its form that we have today. Because the being of the being itself, in a biological form, was work in itself for the making of the being itself. So the being, the human being, is a product of work. This work can be made manifest in our activities, in our actions, in our reactions, in our engagement, in our responsibilities, and in our obligations. That every day the human being wakes up from bed ready to go to work. So work is a good thing. You get to know yourself through work, through the things you do. You get to meet the people that you meet in life, or become what you become through work. Sometimes the work that you do, you might question yourself if it's profitable enough, if your time is worth the pain, if it's stressful, or it's creating boredom, or repetition, or it's making you uncomfortable, unhappy. The work is making you to doubt yourself, to question yourself, or your pride, or your dignity, or your image. Sometimes we question that when we do work. But sometimes we must remember that we are not forced to work. Sometimes we go to work even when we don't like the work, but because circumstances, again, obligations or responsibilities make us sometimes to do the work we do that we don't like to do, if given a scale of preference for us to choose from. As I was talking to you, you can notice a plane flew by. That plane is being piloted by a pilot. We got crew members in it. They're doing their work. They're taking people from one destination to the other. They are driving lives by driving their own dreams. So sometimes we need to remember that work helps us to know ourselves, to know who we are, to test our resilience, to test our resistance, to test our confidence. Work is good for you. Sometimes you might be doing a work that you don't like. But remember, that work might be the venue or the place or the constellation where you meet other people that take you where you want to be. Or the work itself might be a place, a lab for your own experiment, or a stepping stone to take you where you want to be. But if you don't work, what do? How useless, how empty, how futile, how irrelevant and unworthy and wasteful and boring and stressful and meaningless and purposeless can life be without work? Remember, life is activity, responsibility, engagement, and obligations. Why is life an activity? Because the human being is in motion. It's an active being, a reactionary being. You do things to make the body be what it's supposed to be. Activity creates exercise. Exercise creates longevity in itself. To be active is a good thing. See, when you are active, at the same time, you are involved. At the same time, you are engaged. At the same time, you're responsible. And at the same time, you're making meaning out of yourself. It's good to be active, to be doing something that is positive, that is fulfilling. Be part of something. Keep yourself working. Keep yourself going. Be appreciative with the work you do. Give it your time. Give it your life. Because the work that you're doing is your life in the process of that work that you're doing. That is in display for the world to see, for you to see. Life is like a canvas given to you, and work is what you do with the canvas. It's the mind you put to it, and the will. Nothing is made great without a will. You must have the will to work. You must have the will to do something for the thing to be better. You cannot be the greatest of things without the willingness to make great things happen. The will to do stuff is that which life is all about. Some call it willpower. Some call it spirituality. Some call it belief. Some call it sacrifice. The will is the thing that drives you to do big things. To have that will, you must believe in yourself. And you must believe in that thing that you're doing. Things in themselves are meant to be themselves for what they're supposed to be. If the humans that is making that thing to be makes that thing to be what that thing is supposed to be. It's like speaking in circles, but it's not. Within the thing itself is that which makes that thing itself to be the thing itself. That if that thing itself is not there, that thing in itself falls apart. The thing that makes a thing to be distinguished from anything else is the thing that is in that thing that is in nothing else. Like the human being, the activity or your work, the responsibility that you take upon yourself is the thing in you that can make you stand apart, that can differentiate you from anything else. For the human being to be that which it is, different from anything else, is that the human being has proven to itself, within itself, and anything else, that it is something in something it does that can stand out, that is different from anything else. That thing is the thing that you are. That thing is what makes that being to be itself, different from anything else. That thing is WORK, work. Something, an activity, a responsibility, an engagement, an obligation, a duty, a service that you have taken upon yourself to set you apart. There are billions of people in the world. Some shall be numbers. Some shall be persons. Some shall be ideas that shall live on and live on into infinity and time in memory. You must take upon yourself something that you can sacrifice yourself. Not in the empty sacrifice of self. It means you can sacrifice your time, your concentration, your focus, your intentions, your skills, your creativity to execute. See, perfection in itself is a word with negative connotations. Location becomes war. If you're not perfect at your job, you're going to be fired. If the Creator, or that which created us, was not perfect in itself, we will not be what we are. If the driver that drives the car is not perfect in the driving, there will be an accident. If the doctor that is undergoing an operation is not perfect in what he's doing, that patient might not live. If the pilot that is piloting the plane is not perfect in the instructions given to that pilot, that plane will crash. Isn't perfection precision? Isn't perfection focus? What is wrong with being perfect? Why should the word perfection be derogated? Is it to appease those who don't care when they fail? Or is it just to make people who fail to feel better? It's like telling somebody it's okay to fail. Yeah, it's okay to fail if we learn from failing. There is no pleasure in failing. There is no pleasure in the person that runs the race and is second place and sees another person raise the trophy with all the happiness and the dignity and pride and patriotic feelings of the flag that the person raises. It's okay to accommodate failure or not being perfect in what you do. But we cannot derogate that which is number one or that which is perfect. As we create mediocrity, societies that come to lead are societies that value perfection in the work in which people do. An artist is good because he's a good artist. A singer is good because the singer is a good singer. You must seek to be the best in what you do and to be the best in what you're supposed to do. That best, that perfection, that excellence is measured through the work you do. The human being is nothing without work. You are nobody without work. Work is the something that people can rely on, that people can use to measure who you are, what you are. The question, why are we here, is answered by what we are doing with the life that is given to us. It's upon you to make that life. To have meaning through the work you do. See, I'm not telling what particular work you do. But if you take away the work, there is no being. The work becomes your happiness. The work you do is remunerated. It's given a price tag. The work you do can afford the food you eat, the place you stay, the things you do, the place you go, the people you meet, the worlds you create, and the future you live for or leave behind. A society that does not put value to work is a society that's meant to crumble, or that cannot do big things. Society that doesn't teach people to work is a society not worthy of sustainability, Work is very important. The W is for worth, wealth, and the war. The O is for the universe. The O is own. That you own your work. The O is for the organizations that you work for. The O should not be nothing. The O is just fair. That sphere is the earth that we all live in it. You must teach kids the culture, the meaning, the worth of work, the value of work, what work does to you. Idleness is a thing of a culture that values pleasures and leisures without work. There is a saying that pleasure after work, or work after pleasure. You don't work for people to see. You don't just work to be paid. You work to give your own life meaning. Right? I like to spend my time purposefully doing something. I woke up in the day. What do? I spend time with the kids. And I spend time with the kids. I let them do something, to create something. They can be playing their piano. They can be trying to dance their ballet. Or trying to practice how to do their yoga. Trying how to draw. Or to think. Or to do their child's play. Run around at home with their things. They're constantly making sure that they're active. Activity creates responsibility. Responsibility creates engagement. You must be engaged. Make your mind to be engaged. Be engaged in the positive things of life. Be engaged in love, in the community, in your mind, in your world, in your future, and the lives of others. Be engaged. Stress and boredom sometimes comes when the human being is not engaged, is not active, is not involved. Idleness is not a good thing. Idleness is not good for you. It leads to boredom, it leads to stress. Put yourself to work. It doesn't matter what you do. Make your work be positive. Let it bring you meaning and purpose. Do something with the life that's given to you. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your life. You might not have it back. The preciousness of life is the preciousness of dates. And the preciousness of dates is the preciousness of work. And the preciousness of work is the value of that work. And the value of that work is the sacrifice it took for you to do that work. That sacrifice or that endeavor is the will. W-I-L-L. Be motivated to work. You can appreciate yourself through the things you do, right? Don't shame yourself. Please. Don't blame yourself. Please. Don't fault yourself. Never think that you are not enough. Because you are. The better measurement to yourself is to constantly keep yourself active. When you plant a seed, it keeps you active. The seed can be a kid. That seed can be a new business. That seed can be an engagement for a wedding. That seed can be the first day for a kid in school. That seed can be your first home. That seed can be your first job. That seed can be the first time you set yourself on stage to fail. That seed can be your first fall. Remember, somebody falls and somebody picked that person up, and behold, they talk to one another, they smile to one another. Before you know, they're calling one another, they're texting one another, and before you know, oops, they're lovers. They're married. Believe in beginning stuff. The beginning is work. Right? The human being is all about work. You are made to solve problems. There's nothing else a human being does than solve problems. So solving problems is actually part of us. Making mistakes, it's not mistakes in itself. It's learning. I always question why they even call something mistakes. There is no mistakes. It's just a learning process. When you do work, you make mistakes. Those are not mistakes in itself. Those are just process in the work in itself that you're doing. You know, don't be discouraged. Don't be scared to fail. But there is no failing. There is just learning. There is no losing. There is just learning. The way people say things sometimes that make people feel bad in themselves. People don't fail. People learn. People don't make mistakes. People learn from mistakes. Don't be scared to work. It means don't be scared to fail. Life is over the try. Then we wake up each day in bed. After we pray or meditate, we brush, we exercise, we take our shower, we take our breakfast, we prepare ourselves for the day. We smile. We grab the keys. And we say, today, it's not like any other day. It's the best day of my life. Because I'm going to work. I'm going to meet new people at work. Meet my colleagues. We're going to talk about stuff. I'm going to get engaged in the things I do. I'm going to fulfill my responsibility. I'm going to be active. in the activities I'm doing. I'm going to be engaged. I'm going to make myself meaningful. Find meaning in myself. I'm going to make myself relevant. I'm going to lead. I'm going to be a team, right? Or lead in something. People are going to listen to me as I listen to them. Together, we're going to build the world in our own little ways. And when you come back from work, tired, you're happy that it was a day well spent. Don't judge yourself. Don't beat down on yourself. Because there might be nobody to raise you up. Don't question your job. If you don't like it, please look for a different job. There is always work for you somewhere for you to do. Because you are talented. You are intelligent. You are capable. And when you go out there to work, say to yourself, I am ready for the task. Bring it to me. I will do it. I will not complain. I will not whine. I will not be lazy. I will not be dragging my feet to do the work. That's not good. Don't be the person that drag their feet to do everything, to complain about the work, about your boss, about your colleagues, about somebody always complaining. I know you're not that type of person. There's something to fix it, and move on. Create space for your happiness. So after work, you create space for your freedoms. To relax yourself. To enjoy your life. To be you. To have the you time they talk about. To sit, watch a movie, or have good time with your friends, or listen to your music, and just be you. You must put yourself to work for you to have happiness in yourself. The work depends on you. Your work is little. It doesn't mean that you're paid less in your work. It means that your work is not important. The most important works in life are paid very less. Think about a police officer, a teacher, a security guard, a bus driver, a janitor, a gardener, an aide, or a cook, or the person that makes the beds in the hotels, or flushes the toilet for those who refuse to flush it. Those people are the engine of the society. Those are the people that own the system. Those are the people that make the system move. Those are the drivers of the system. They're paid less. They know they're paid less than those in the factories or on the assembly lines, fighting to be unionized, but being refused those rights. They know it's not just about the pay, it's about the work. That's what you add to the system. That's what you add to the economy. That's what you add to the world. That's what you give to yourself. Work. Value your time. Value your work. Value your life. Put yourself to work. You know, the insect that I admire the most? Ants. Don't know what they're doing. Don't know who is telling them to do what they're doing. But you see these little ants. They are passing one another. Constantly moving, constantly working. build what I call pyramids. And once the pyramid is over, they move on to go build another pyramid. I think maybe the ancient Egyptians learned from them to build great monuments. That when we are gone, people can remember that we were once here, that we came and did our job, our work. You shall be remembered by what you do. Your work, your goodwill, your endeavor, the sacrifice. Your work matters. So is your life, please. Always learn to appreciate your time and appreciate your work. Love yourself by loving your work. No work is irrelevant. Every work is relevant. Society needs you. You need yourself. Work can take you places. Work can give to you what no human can give. It's all here. In the mind. And in the heart. Believe in yourself. Believe in your work. Find peace at work. Find peace in there. Don't go to work to make it difficult for others. Please. Don't be the one that make people quit their jobs. Don't be the one that stress people at work. Don't be the one that use work as a means to punish others. As a means to make it difficult for others. Be the one that makes work the happiness that it is. For work is a good thing. In happiness, we find work. And in work, we find happiness. In happiness, there is work.